3 years after their son's disappearance, parents Karen and Michael Laspisa still hold hope for their son's safe return.
We keep hope alive. We have heard stories of people that have been missing for years and that are found. And that's always our hope, that we keep our faith that Bryce will be found.
When an unidentified body is found in the area, the Laspisas contact a detective to see if it's their son.
The DNA is there, the dental records are there, the fingerprints are there. So if remains are found, we know that he would be identified.
On August 30th, 2013, at around 2 a.m., a 19-year-old man named Bryce Laspisa made a phone call to his mother, Karen, to tell her that he was too tired to continue driving for the night and that he was going to stop to sleep. Karen was not happy that Bryce was stopping, but she agreed that she would see her son in the morning. Later on that morning, Bryce's family was informed by the California Highway Patrol that Bryce's vehicle was found wrecked and driven off of a 25-foot embankment near Castic Lake, and that Bryce was not there. Bryce Laspisa was born April 30th, 1994 in Springfield, Illinois. He was an only child to his parents, Karen and Michael. Bryce was an easygoing child with a kind demeanor, and he had many friends when he was young. Bryce graduated from Naperville Central High School in 2012 and moved with his family to Laguna Niguel, Orange County, California. Shortly after moving, though, Bryce started college and moved to Chico, California to attend Sierra College. Bryce's first year at college went well. He earned good grades and got along well with his roommate Sean Dixon. Bryce also began a romantic relationship with another student named Kim Sly. Bryce was optimistic about his future and often told his friends and family that he was excited to continue in his schooling. As the summer break of 2013 came to an end, Bryce's behavior began to change from his normal, kind, easygoing personality to withdrawn and depressed. Kim questioned Bryce about what was going on with him, and he admitted that he was taking a medication called Vinase. Vinase is a medication commonly prescribed to people with ADHD and eating disorders. It is amphetamine-derived and can cause psychosis, depression, and mania when taken improperly. Bryce was never diagnosed with ADHD or disordered eating, so he was most likely purchasing the medication illegally to help him concentrate at school. On top of the Vinase, Bryce's friend Sean told investigators that he had begun drinking hard liquor almost every day. He would drink as much as 2 fists in a weekend. Bryce claimed he used the 2 vices so he could stay up and play video games throughout the weekend, and Sean and Kim were worried about Bryce and felt that he may be having problems with his mental health, but Bryce would continue to be dismissive when they asked him about how he was feeling. Shortly after the school year began, Bryce broke up with Kim on August 27th. He sent her a text message that said she would be better off without him. He also sent Sean a text message that was out of character for him. He said, quote, "I love you, bro. You were the best person I've ever met. You saved my soul," end quote. Sean and Bryce were close, but they did not often speak to each other in that manner, so it was off-putting to receive that type of text message. Bryce also gave Sean his Xbox game system and a pair of diamond earrings that was a present he received from his mother. On August 28th, Bryce was at Kim's house and was behaving erratically. He called his mother Karen and was upset because Kim took his keys to his 2003 Toyota Highlander because she believed that he should not be driving because of his behavior. Karen urged Kim to give Bryce his keys back, and she told her son to return home so he could go to bed. Bryce left Kim's home at around 11:30 p.m., and he told his mother that he would speak to her the next day. About an hour and a half later, at about 1 a.m., Bryce called Karen again and told her that he would be coming to their home to visit. She believed at this time Bryce was calling from his apartment, but later investigators found through phone records that he was calling from a payphone about an hour south of Rockland, California. At around 9 a.m. on August 29th, Bryce was found on the side of the road near the town of Buttonwillow by the owner of a local gas station named Christian. Christian assisted Bryce by bringing him 3 gallons of gasoline so he could make it to the gas station to fill up. Bryce did not drive off from the spot until around 3 p.m. At around 11 a.m. on August 29th, Karen was notified that Bryce had used their car insurance's roadside assistance service. His family was worried, and they filed a missing persons report with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. The police were able to track Bryce's cell phone to an area just a few miles from where Bryce was last seen on the side of the road. The officer's report shows that Bryce was lucid and friendly, he was not intoxicated, and did not have any drugs or alcohol in his vehicle. The police urged Bryce to contact his parents because they were worried about him, and despite him seeming hesitant, he called his parents at this time. Karen asked Bryce to come home, and then Bryce jumped back into his car and left the scene. Many hours later, Bryce called Karen at around 2 a.m. to tell her that he was going to pull over to sleep. The police arrived at the Laspisa's home at around 8 a.m. to report that Bryce's car had been found abandoned near Castaic Lake. The rear window was shattered, and his laptop, cell phone, and wallet were found inside of the vehicle, but Bryce left no trace as to where he was. CCTV footage shows Bryce turn into an access road instead of pulling over for a nap at around 2:15 a.m. And that was the last time Bryce has been seen. Searches took place by foot in the area close by the lake, and divers also searched the lake, and police dogs tracked his scent. But this only led the police to a nearby truck stop where the trail went cold. Searches continued, and the family reached out into their community with flyers to search for Bryce, but nothing has come from their efforts. On September 4, 2013, charred remains were found near Castaic Lake, but DNA testing revealed that they did not belong to Bryce, and in 2017, a skull was found off Templin Highway, but that was ruled out as well. The case is still open because a body was never found, and no whereabouts of Bryce has ever come up.
Divers hit the water, searching the lake's murky bottom for clues, as rescue teams comb the area from the sky, but still, no answers.
A thorough search, just like they did on Friday. They came back again today, and we still haven't found the missing person yet.
4 days later, a cyclist found a body set on fire in the same area.
Condition of the body right now, because of being burned, we're unable to determine who that is, and the coroner's going to have to provide a positive identification for us.
In a tragic coincidence, investigators determined the burned body was not Bryce.
Investigators' theory is that either Bryce attempted suicide when he pulled off the access road, and either his attempt was successful and his body has never been found, or he left at the truck stop to start a new life. It is possible that the mixture of Vinase and alcohol caused a psychotic break. Medications like Vinase and Adderall that are taken by people who are not diagnosed with ADHD or autism or any other neurodivergent disorder that somebody may have often cause trouble for people who are neurotypical because their brain cannot handle the large dose of norepinephrine that these medications give to patients with these neurodivergencies. So this can cause a major problem. If you do not have these issues, they often cause psychotic breaks and depressive episodes and mental breakdowns in these type of people. We often see this in students who are trying to stay awake and concentrate on tests, but these type of medications can be very dangerous if you are not neurodivergent or if you don't suffer with those issues. There is also the possibility that Bryce had an issue with his dealer and was worried for his life. The drive from his apartment to his parents' home should have only taken about 3 hours, and he stopped several times and seemed as if he did not want to be found. I feel so sorry for Bryce's family. His mother Karen has said, quote, "I'll never give up, but it's really difficult. It's gut-wrenching every day not knowing. It's a living nightmare," end quote. It has been almost 10 years since Bryce's disappearance, and at the time of this recording, no further clues have ever emerged. If you have any information about Bryce, please check my description box for ways to report that information. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and informative, and I hope you all have a great day and stay safe out there.